Nehoma, how's everybody? Welcome to Yan Can Cook Show. People often ask me, hey, Martin, which is your favorite dish? I have many favorite dishes. I don't really know which one. I guess this might be my favorite dish because I have been using this for 200 years. And the reason why it lasts so long, the darn thing doesn't break. I remember when I bought this 200 years ago, it's only 7 cents. Today, it's probably $6. Now, actually, I couldn't really tell you exactly which one is my favorite dish. In fact, one of my favorite dishes is one of these that I'm going to show you. This is fish fillet right here. I'm going to serve it with a ginger wine sauce. I remember when I was a little kid growing up in Guangzhou, China. We're close to the water, close to the ocean. So my whole family loved seafood. Here, you can use any fish. You can use a fillet of cod, red snapper, perch, all kind of fish. You can even use catfish or even flounder or fillet of sole. I would normally don't use any fish are too fatty, like for instance, mackerel and yellowtail. It's a little bit too fatty. And I like simple, light, healthy, white fish. So that's the reason why I choose this cod fillet. All you have to do is sprinkle this a tiny bit with salt and white pepper. Sprinkle a tiny bit over here. And if you want, you can even cut it into a little serving size. It's easier for you to put in a steamer. Cut it up in half, put it here. Cut it up in half, and you put it here. And all you can do it a little bit slower. You put it over here. Now, you do not really have to worry about, you can have the whole thing because it depends on how you serve it. When it's done, we set it aside. We are going to put this into this bamboo steamer. We are going to heat up my bamboo steamer. I put this bamboo steamer on top of about 3 or 4 cups of water, and I heat this up. And then I lay some of these. Wow, this is hot, you can tell. This is Napa cabbage. I put it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I'm going to steam my fish. 1, line them all up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to steam it. Now, you can even put a tiny bit of ginger. Put a tiny bit of these ginger slices. Put it right on top to give the flavor, okay? And then we will put it over here and steam it for approximately 6 to 8 minutes. And then while you are doing that, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do a tiny bit of ginger wine sauce. First of all, I'm going to crush this ginger. Put it over here. Look at this. This is how you crush ginger. You put it over here and you go, what the heck? Smash this and you go, how are you doing? I always tell people, look at what you do. And then in this sauce, we also use a tiny bit of Shaoxing wine. This is about 1/4 cup of Shaoxing wine. If you don't have Shaoxing wine, it's no problem because you can use dry sherry. I guess 1/4 cup of Shaoxing wine is definitely enough to put the fish in the right mood. Now, first of all, we'll put this, I'm going to make the ginger wine sauce. First of all, you have to turn this on. Then you put this. This is 1/4 cup of Shaoxing wine, and about a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a tiny bit of oil, and I also use approximately a teaspoon of sugar. Okay, mix them all up, and then put the ginger right in here. So you're going to have a ginger wine sauce. When it's done, what you can do is thicken this up with cornstarch solution. It's very, very important to do this. Now, everybody know, fish is perhaps the only creature on earth don't have a drinking problem. They stay in water, they swim, they drink all day, no problem. Now, put this over here, stir this in. When it's hot, stir this in, and make sure you stir this so they do not get too thick. That's a cornstarch solution. I use about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to about 3 tablespoons of water. Mix them all up. In the meantime, I want to show you how easy it is to steam. Now, when you use a steamer, you can put this right on top of your wok, okay? Now, the great thing about steaming is the most natural and the most wonderful way to cook because you cook everything is natural juice. I guess I need a tiny bit more cornstarch, so I will put a tiny bit more here and thicken it up. And then, when I'm getting this ready, when steaming the fish, making the ginger wine sauce, I am going to show you, we're going to get started with the second dish. We're going to poach chicken leg. We're going to put this over here so everybody can see this. We're going to poach the chicken leg. The sauce is ready. We're going to shut it off. Now here, I want to show you. Here, I have 6 chicken legs. If you have 4 people, you serve 4 people, you use 4 of them. All I have is 6 chicken legs. You got to make sure you get the good legs. See, this is pretty decent. This is not bad. This is perfectly looking legs. Now, Chinese love all kind of legs. Chicken leg, frog legs. Chinese love anything with legs except a table. This damn thing must be a marathon runner. Now, let us, the first thing. Now, to save time, what I'm doing is I put this in there. I put 6 of these legs in there, and I've been simmering it, poaching it. Poaching is a very good cooking technique because you're not boiling it. You put it in hot water and let it soak there and let the heat slowly transfer. Now, in this particular dish, what I'm going to do is I have 6 legs I already put in there, and I put all the spices in this cheesecloth, and I will tie this down. This is a good, wonderful tangerine peel, dry tangerine peel, and then star anise. Look at this, star anise. And then this is another star anise, and put about 4 or 5 slices of ginger and some green onion. Stack them all up, tie them all up, and put in there. And I want to show you, I already have one of these. The magic of cooking is already cooked. Put it there, you cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes and cook until there's no red juice coming out. The most important thing is make sure you do that and do that properly. Now, the next thing I want to show you is I'm going to make a nice, wonderful sauce. I'm going to put this on the side. Let's put it over here. Now, the important thing is we're going to make the sauce. We're going to make 2 sauces for the chicken leg, okay? When the chicken leg is done, we'll put it over here so we can serve with 2 different sauces. The first sauce I'm going to do is I'm going to use oyster flavor sauce. There are 2 sauces. This oyster sauce, a tiny bit of chicken broth, mix it up, and also use a tiny bit of sesame seed oil. Mix it up to a mixing, dipping sauce. Of course, if you have enough, you can make enough for about 12 legs, okay? Poaching, as I said, is very wonderful. If you boil something, chicken leg has got a lot of long fiber tissue. When you boil it too much, they toughen this up. When you poach it, heat transfer very slowly into it. It's wonderful, okay? The other one is for those who love hot and spicy food, chili sauce. We'll put it over here. Put it right over here, chili sauce. And then also sesame seed oil. You can fill it up. So this way it's a nice, wonderful. We're going to remove all this and put it aside. Now we are going to put the leg. This occasionally you should stir this a little bit. This is a lot of leg work here. Put it over here like this. 1, 2. Look at this. 3. When you eat this, you simply dip this. Each guest should have one of these. 1, 2, 3. Look at this. This is one of the dish, chicken, poached chicken with 2 sauces. Isn't that wonderful? Now, look at this. Look at this. We will also transfer this fish over here. We'll serve it with the ginger wine sauce. Look at this. When you steam, make sure the water is boiling when you put the fish in. Otherwise, you'll be waiting forever and you'll be not able to steam the fish, and you will be steamed, not the fish. So make sure there's enough steam coming out. When it's done, you pour the sauce right on top. Look at how beautiful this. I guess everybody would love both of these dishes. When it's done, we're going to transfer and we'll put it right here. We're going to take this out so everybody can enjoy both of these dishes, which I have prepared for you. Isn't that wonderful? We have two dipping sauces for the poached chicken leg. Actually, the magic of Chinese cooking is in the sauces. That's why I call that double dip chicken. In the sauce, there are all kinds of sauces. I remember when I was growing up, my mother has a corner grocery store, sell all kinds of Chinese ingredients. These are sauces I've been familiar when I was growing up 75 years ago. This is my favorite. It's a dark color soy sauce. I use it for putting on fish and also as for dipping sauce and also for stews and casserole. Give rich dark color. Normally they're a lot sweeter than the regular soy sauce. You can tell by shaking the bottle. It's very, very dark. This is the regular soy sauce, which is my most favorite because I use this for everything. Use this for marinade, for seasoning, and you can use it practically in every single dish. And this is absolutely my most absolute favorite. This is oyster flavor sauce. When I water blanch vegetable, stir-fried beef with broccoli, all I have to do is the last minute I sprinkle a tiny bit in. Once you open, you should keep this refrigerated. I'll be using quite a bit of these in a variety of dishes. Here is my next most absolute favorite sauce. And also this actually very, very strong. Once you open it up, you make sure you inform all your relatives and friends and neighbors. This is fermented brown bean sauce from soya bean. It's very, very strong. When you steam fish, when you steam seafood, you sprinkle a tiny bit around. It's give a very exotic flavor. And this is hoisin sauce. When you go to Chinese store, Chinese restaurant to have, barbecue pork, barbecue spare rib, barbecue duck, they use this as a barbecue sauce made from fermented soya beans, garlic, vinegar, and sugar. And this is black bean sauce. You can start by making your own with the fermented or salted black beans. It's very, very powerful, very strong, very pungent, very aromatic. And this is great for egg roll, for ducks, because this is plum sauce, made from salted plum, sugar, and rice vinegar. And this is for those who love to smoke their hair. This is chili sauce with garlic flavor. This is also my favorite, particularly when I get very excited. I want to use this. This is sesame seed oil, basically used for flavoring, for seasoning. Normally, you only use a tiny, tiny bit. Now, all of these are my favorite sauces. I'm really confused. I don't really know which one is actually my favorite sauce because I'm a kind of a salty kind of a guy. Now, we're going to show you the third of my favorite dish. This is egg flavor shrimp. I call it egg flavor prawn. Look at this. Remember I told you how much I love shrimp because I live very close to my mother's house, which is very close to the ocean. We got a lot of fresh fish, shellfish, a lot of ocean fish, a lot of lake fish, all kinds of things. Here, I have approximately 3/4 pound of prawn. Or I call it shrimp, call it prawn. It doesn't make any difference. Nobody cares. Now, in this particular dish, what I'm going to do is I remove the shell, but I will leave the tail intact like this, okay? This way, it looks wonderful like this. You see this? The whole thing like this. We'll do another one. Hold on to the tail and put it here. Now, you should not use little baby prawn. You should get the big brother of the little baby prawn to do this. Otherwise, it won't look good. Look at this. And then the next thing I want to do is to, let me wipe my hand. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up my oil. Let me put this over here. I want to make sure my oil is nice and hot. Wow, it's getting, can you see that? It is getting hot because you can see the bubbles start to come out right over there. How do you devein? All you have to do is go like this, and then you can see the vein, okay? And then all you have to do is go over there and rinse it and give the darn thing a little cold shower. Get them excited. Now, remove these and clean up. It's much easier to do it in running tap water rather than do it right here, okay? One more time, do another one. Can everybody see this? Everybody can do this. When this is all nice and ready, we're going to sprinkle a tiny bit of cornstarch and salt. Mix them all up. And then we're going to dump this in, let it sit. You can also put a tiny, tiny bit of pepper and dump this in hot oil, and you can quickly cook over hot oil. You call this, let me turn this on. And then, look at this. Put this in. Look at how wonderful. How can you tell the shrimp is done? You go and ask, excuse me, are you ready? Well, actually, when it turns pink, it's ready. Okay? It doesn't take too long. In the meantime, while you're doing this, heat up this wok, and also you can heat up another wok if you want. You can brown tiny bit of these Sichuan peppercorn. Brown Sichuan peppercorn. In the meantime, you're going to get this wok ready, and I'm going to show you. For this, I'm going to use a tiny bit of shallot. Okay, a tiny bit of pepper. For those who love hot and spicy, this is fresh pepper. This will definitely smoke your hair. Set it aside. Now, I have cut up a little bit ahead of time. And the reason why I call this egg flavor prawn is because I have 8 different flavors. I have shallot, I have chili pepper, I have 5 spice powder, which is 5 different flavors, Sichuan peppercorn, salt, and white pepper. Okay? When this is done, we'll set this aside. Look at this. We'll set this aside. Okay? Put it right here. Isn't that beautiful? Let's put it right over here. And then, this is also done. When you do this, take it out, let it cool down, crush it. And then we are going to use approximately, let me get my spatula here, use approximately half a teaspoon at the most of oil. Put the nice, wow, chili pepper. And then put the shrimp back. Oh, look at this. Unbelievable. Can you smell it? Wow, look at this. And then put all this flavor right in here. And then you toss these. Look at how beautiful. Look at this. While you're doing that, you are able to clean up and put this back. And then we are going to serve these and put it right over here. Can you see how beautiful this is? Very simple dish. It's so simple, yet so delicious. That's why I always love the dishes, which is simple and delicious. It's my favorite. Remember how your mom used to tell you always to eat your vegetable. Mine didn't have to do it because I love vegetable. I just came back from one of those wonderful markets in Chinatown. So let's take a look. I love leafy vegetable. And this is bok choy, one of my favorite. Choy means, in Chinese, means all kind of vegetable. Bok is white. And this is big bok choy. They come in different size. And this, look at this. This is medium size. And look at this. This is baby ones like this, just like the size of my hand. Can you see this? New World Cuisine has created a lot of excitement about baby carrot, baby zucchini, and baby squash. And the Chinese have been having babies for thousands of years. And I love these kind of things. Nice and less fibrous and succulent. It's sweet. Now, I remember when I was growing up, my mother even dried the bok choy. This is called choy gone, dehydrated bok choy. I remember my mother put this in a long stick and then hang it up and let it dry for a couple of months. And then they are not bak anymore. Actually, they turn brown. Use all of these bak choy. You can stir fry them. You can put in soup. It's one of my favorite. Now here, I want to show you, this is Chinese flowering cabbage. Can you see this flower? This is nice and sweet, has a little sweet bitter taste. This is one of my favorite. You can stir fry them. You can put them in soup. It's wonderful. And this is the regular broccoli. Everybody knows beef and broccoli and oyster sauce is my favorite. But this is the cousin of the regular broccoli. I call gai lan. Gai lan is very good because you normally have a lot of leaf and it's very sweet. And you stir fry them and you can also put it in soup. And this is wonderful. When you fry all of these vegetables, the most important thing is you want to make sure they stand straight up, no signs of dehydration. It doesn't dry up. When it's dried up, it will have been too long. Look at this. If you buy vegetable like this, that means they have been in the store for 246 years. You don't want to buy things like this, the limb and the turn color. I am going to take this out to dinner. I'm going to show you something exciting with this bak choy. This is the same one I got from the store. So today I'm going to show you how to do the fourth of my favorite dish, stir-fry bak choy. First of all, I want to heat up my wok first to save time. So we're going to heat up the wok. In the meantime, I also want to remind all of you, each year, I dry about 3 tons of bak choy to send it to all my friends and relatives. I've been drying it. Look at this. I think by this last batch. I hope by next week it will be ready. I hope we have enough for everybody here and still have enough to send it to you. Now, all you have to do is cut this up. In order to make it more interesting, what I do is I cut it up, the leaf on this side, and then the white part. Cut it up. You can cut them at an angle. It doesn't make any difference. Nobody cares. This is the white part. We set it aside. And then the leafy part, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You just keep going until you can't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. So we put them all together. Fortunately, I have done some ahead of time. So we put the white part here, and we put the leafy part here. All I really need in this particular dish is something very simple. I used salt and pepper and a tiny bit of ginger and garlic and some sesame seed oil and lettuce. Mince a tiny bit of these. This is garlic. Press these. Are you having fun? Ginger, garlic. Now, a lot of times people don't know that even very simple ingredient can be very delicious. All depends on how you season it up. Now, when it's ready, we want to get some oil. Put it right over here. This is a flat bottom wok, so you don't have to worry about it. And also, this is very unique because you don't have to season it. You don't have to worry about rusting. You can use any spatula. Look at this. Wonderful. Put the garlic and ginger there. The stem takes a little bit longer to cook. Now, green leafy vegetable is very, very good because it's got a lot of vitamin, mineral, and particularly a lot of iron. It's good for pregnant women. For those who are expecting or expecting to be expecting. It's wonderful for your daily diet. To accelerate the cooking time, what you're going to do, you can put a tiny bit of home mixed soup stock. Wow, look at this, wonderful. And then put this in, put the leaf in, and then put this down here, and then you stir this. You can even, wow, beautiful. All you have to do is put a tiny bit of salt and pepper. This is a tiny bit, didn't I tell you? And then a tiny bit of sesame seed oil. Wow, this is exactly a tiny bit too. And then when it's done, all you have to do, wow, look at this. When it's done, set it aside, and then magic of television, we have a plate. It doesn't take too long to cook. Do not overcook. If you overcook, you ruin the pigment, you ruin the vitamin and mineral, because some of the vitamin are heat sensitive. And also, it lost the texture and the color. So it's absolutely no good. So we will put this over here. Oh, beautiful dish. Now, when you are ready, in order to make it very easy and simple, all you have to do is toss some sesame seed in a hot frying pan, sprinkle this right over here. What you have is a wonderful looking, healthy, simple dish. Most of my dishes are very, very simple, very light. This is my favorite. I don't like anything complicated. So I would like to take this opportunity to, once again, I would like to thank all of you, everybody in the studio audience, to come to the Yan Can Cook Show today. As I always say, if Yan can cook, so can you. Joy